Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Chris. Chris is from South Hampton, but he lives in London, in England. So let's see what Chris has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hello Chris, I'm very well. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really well, thank you.
Very good. I like the flag behind. I love the flag.
You.
Amazing.
It's just because it's like a messy bookshelf, so it just covers a mess.
There's something behind then, like something hidden.
Yeah, like Monica's closet in Friends.
Right, great. Should I call you Chris or Christopher?
Chris is fine, yeah.
Chris. Okay, Chris, just before we start the game, just tell me where are you from?
From Southampton originally, but I'm now living in London.
Right, and how long have you been living in London for?
I've been living in London since summer of last year, so only about 8 months, 7 months.
And how do you find so far living in London, in your opinion?
It's really nice. I like it. I haven't been able to explore it fully yet because lockdowns and stuff. So from what I've experienced, I've had the best time. I'm looking forward to when I can truly experience London. So yeah.
I see. And the name of your place, Southampton.
Southampton, yeah.
And what do you miss the most so far from there?
From Southampton, my family. That's where my family are based. So whenever I go down, I'm always visiting them. So.
Great. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a personal trainer. So I work in fitness. Yeah.
Great. And so it's funny saying that because I was looking at your profile and because I think you work for Pure Gym.
I do, yeah.
Which one you are based?
Wandsworth.
Interesting, because when I was checking your profile a little bit to get to know a little bit about yourself, and I saw your picture on Pure Gym, and I thought, I might know him from somewhere, or maybe you are on one of the posters or something, because I've been a member of Pure Gym for a while now, but I go to East London, so now sometimes I go to Oval, sometimes I go to London Wall or Canada Wharf as well, so I've been kind of around, but I thought, oh my god, maybe I've seen him around some of the gyms, so I don't think I've been this one yet.
No, yeah, I just joined the Wandsworth Club. I've never done another London one, but you never know, just from anywhere. Yeah. I get around everywhere, me.
Right. Okay, so Chris, welcome to William and the Magic Box. My lovely friends, full of random fun questions, okay? So I'm just gonna play some music just for us to get a bit in the mood before the first question. Ready?
Okay, do it. Go for
it. Great, let's do it. Right, Chris, ready for the first question?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. So the first question is, what are you most passionate about?
I'm most passionate about my creativity. I know I should say friends and family, and I do love them very much. So if they watch this, don't be mad at me. But I'm most passionate about my creativity. It's what drives me every day to do things, to create new things, to explore new adventures. So yeah, that.
I'll tell you something now. As I mentioned before, I was looking at your pictures, your videos, and I was so impressed the way your creativity and you're posting those things like those outfits as well and making up some kind of videos. I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. I like the grinder one when you paint your face like that with this red. I just love it. I just was so interesting. I found it. And what's the inspiration out of those videos? How did it start out?
It just started from, I've always kind of had this random thought process where I'm now embracing it and I'm realizing it's what makes me unique. But when I was growing up, I always thought I was just weird and I didn't fit in because I didn't have the same thought process as other people. Other people would be like, oh, let's go to the park and hang out and play. And I'd be in my head like, let's create random stories, ideas. My thought process kind of, I can just be inspired by anything. But normally it's just me sat on my own and then suddenly I'll go, what would happen if I painted my face like this? Or what would happen if I did this costume? And then suddenly I get creating and it becomes a bigger thing. And it's just from there, really. So just kind of my own brain.
Very good. I loved it. I loved it. I was watching some before. I was like, oh my god, that's so amazing what he's doing. I think carry on because it's, as you can see, it's genuine, and I haven't seen that anywhere yet. You know what I mean? So it's like, my god, it's amazing what you're doing. I'm sure people, they're gonna connect and they're gonna feel inspired as well out of those videos.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's very kind. Thank you.
Next question.
Okay.
Let's do it. And I was talking about the videos that actually I was like, oh my god, I hope he might come like dressing out something like some outfit or something. I was like, oh my god, I wish he comes.
I just went for a subtle tea, but I gave you a backdrop. So.
Yes. I was like, if he doesn't, maybe William the Magic Box season 2, he'll come with a different outfit.
I will, just ask me. If you want me in a costume, I'll do it for you, Leo. I will.
Right, next question is, what was your worst wardrobe mistake?
I'm laughing because I spoke about this recently with my mum. One of the first times I ever went to a gay bar, everyone dresses like their favourite characters and shit, so they dress as people from like Queer as Folk and all this stuff. My favourite show was Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and one of the characters in it is called Faith, and she wore leather trousers. She was very cool, the actress Eliza Dushku, beautiful. So I went out in leather trousers, this long sleeve red top of, you know, when they have the fake tattoos on them. I struggled a lot with teen acne, so I bought makeup, but I didn't know how to use it, so it was just all wrong. And it was, and I just, these big old ugly shoes, and I just looked an absolute mess. And my mum, I always say to her, why didn't you stop me? And she's always just kind of like, well, you just kind of have to learn the hard way. Like, you just experience it and realize it. And she just always supports me. So she's like, if that's what you want to wear. But yeah, that was not, I didn't meet anyone that night. Let's just say that. But yeah.
Do you have any picture?
I don't. Luckily, when I am of the age that when I first started going out, thank God, we didn't have smartphones or anything like that. And my mum wasn't snapping any Polaroids or taking any pictures of that. I bet she wishes she had now. But yeah, luckily, those days remain unphotographed, so I'm safe.
Just in memories. Just in memories.
Just the memories and great, blazoned into my head for life.
Next question. Let's do it. For the next question, what do you like the most about being a personal trainer?
Helping people gain new levels of confidence that they didn't know that they had. When I got into fitness, it really helped me discover confidence about myself, not just physically changing things, but being able to do lifts and moves that I never thought were possible. Because growing up all through my 20s, if someone I had a personal trainer once, he told me to lift a weight, and I was like, nah, it's not happening, mate. No, I'm sorry. But and then as soon as I started really getting into it, I was like, wow, this is really cool. And I just feel like I can achieve other things in my life because I'm achieving these goals daily. So with my clients, for me, it is about obviously the fitness journey, but it's also about getting them to have that connection of maybe they don't believe they can do something, and then seeing them do it. And then I get so excited when they get a new personal best, or the first time they're able to properly do a deadlift or something like that. So bringing that confidence out in them and seeing the change and shift in their personality of them walking in and being like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. That's the best thing about it.
Very good. Next question for you is, do you have any pet peeves?
Pet peeves? I suppose a few things. One of the words that triggers me, one of my triggers words, is when people call things disgusting, when it's not disgusting, when it's a behavioural thing, but they're like, this is disgusting, and they're really over the top with it. And then I'm like, is it? Or are you just, I don't know why that word really, I think it's because I used to work in customer service when I was younger, and everyone used to be like, this is disgusting. And I really always want to be like, but is it? Is it? Or is it just a minor inconvenience? So that's a pet peeve. Rudeness is a pet peeve. When people are rude, and when they don't have manners. So that gets me. I struggle with things like the London Underground when outside of the pandemic, when people are just pushing each other out of the way and everyone's rushing so hard as if they have got someplace to really be, where most people are just going home.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you really need to shove people out of the way to get home? Like, sure, just calm down just a notch. So yeah, those are a couple of pet peeves of mine.
You say about when people say this is disgusting. Actually, I never thought about, but you're right. Sometimes it's a habit. Sometimes not that disgusting, but just the habit of when you are angry or when the word disgusting comes in a very kind of heavy way. And sometimes, as you said, is it that disgusting that you need to approach this way, isn't it? I think actually you're right. Actually made me think now. Good.
Yeah.
Good one. Next question. Funny. Right, next question is, what is the most memorable lesson you learned from your parents?
My parents, oh, okay. So from my mum, she's taught me so much. Like literally I could write an encyclopedia of what my mum's taught me. But the biggest lesson I learned from my mum is I suffer from anxiety and depression, so I have moments where I feel quite low. And she always taught me that you just have to ride that wave of, sometimes you're going to have highs in life and sometimes you're going to have exceptional lows. And when you have those exceptional lows, just remember to hold on, and that will pass. Everything will pass and you will get to a good place again. And then on top of that, she just taught me a lot of tools of how to make those moments pass the best way. And now I'm at a stage where I can kind of help others in those situations. So that's the biggest lesson for my mum. Biggest lesson for my dad. My parents are not together, so it's kind of a segregated thing. My dad has taught me to prioritize looking after my mental health, actually. Last year we had a really good chat about that. So he's a big advocate of making sure, you address things, don't just shelf them and pretend that they'll go away, to actually address things that you need to address and to make them better. So yeah.
Very good. You always had the support of your parents of being gay since the very early, when you came out?
Yeah, I have. It was a different time, and I would say that I've always had the support from both of them. I didn't realise till a bit later in life. My mum realised before I did. She kept telling me.
They always know better. They know the child much better than we think, that's for sure.
I was there getting girlfriends in my teenage years, and she sat back with popcorn going like, well, I don't know what he's thinking. I'm just going to watch him. Again, she was letting me learn myself. She just was like,
of course.
See what happens. And yeah, so, but no, they both incredibly supportive, yeah.
Very good. Do you have siblings as well?
I do. I have an older brother and an older sister.
Cool. Back in South Hampton?
All in Southampton, yeah.
Yes.
Well, my brother lives just outside of it, but yeah, they're all very close together, which is handy for when I visit.
How far is Southampton from London?
It's about an hour south on the train.
Okay.
So yeah, it's I can get a direct train there when the world's open normally and stuff. So yeah, it's great.
Cool. Next question. Let's do Chris. No, it's okay. You're funny. I like it. Right. Next question for you is, what is your spirit animal? And if you could be an animal, which one that would be and why?
Oh, God. Oh, I don't know if I have a spirit animal. I really connect with peacocks. They're just stunning. I just find them stunning. And what I love about them is when their feathers aren't plumed or whatever you call that, they just seem quite casual. You might not notice them as well. And then when they want to stand out, they're like, whoa, yeah, come on, look at this. And they're just, and you're like, so I suppose I resonate with that because I suppose I feel like that sometimes. Like I feel like I don't really stand out. And then suddenly there's moments where I'm like, well, actually, here's my feathers. And
your videos, it says everything. Your videos says everything. Your videos online.
It's getting there. I'm getting more confident in myself. It's been a journey. But yeah, so I suppose peacocks, like I always used to, when I was younger, I always wanted to be like, yeah, I'm a lion, I'm a, you know, but yeah, probably peacock or a duck, because I just think they're fun.
Good one. Another question for you. I'm just gonna follow your moves now. You're in charge, okay, of the dance. Okay?
Oh, come on now, the pressure. I was worried about the questions. I'm worried about the dancing now.
Right, just before the next question, as about being personal trainer, I always tell my friends and people around me that I think personal trainers, they are very good psychologists, because I believe that people, they share a lot about their lives with the personal trainer. And you know, sometimes I'm sure they share a lot of like negativity as well through that when they had a hard day. You know, sometimes I realized that. And of course, I'm sure the personal trainers, they might, I believe that they get all this energy, you know, like negativity as well. How do you find, what's the mechanism, the way you find not to get attached to it too much, or kind of protect yourself of the negativity, if you had an experience like that, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, I love my clients. I feel like energy draws energy, and the clients that I train always have their own unique, fascinating stories. And my job, I feel like, as a personal trainer as well, is to get to know my clients and understand, like, even from their body language coming in, I can see, you know, where their head's kind of at, what sort of session we're about to have. I do think like personal trainers is like hairdressers. We become kind of like therapists as well. Because we do chat about, you know, a lot of different things, but it never pulls me down with my clients. I have had situations before where I always do like a consultation, and I've had a couple of situations before where I knew the person wouldn't fit quite for me because of the energies and the vibes, and I always want to make sure that people are paired up the right way. And I adore my client base that I have now, and they never make me feel down, because I always feel good if I was able to help them, like how you would help a friend. Like if a friend was down and they came to you and they told you about the issues they were having, that wouldn't make me feel bad. I'd want to help them, and then you feel good when you've been able to help people you care about. So I have that mentality of it, so it never pulls me down personally.
Okay, cool, good point. Right, next question for you is, what did you want to be growing up?
Professional wrestler.
Again?
I'm a professional wrestler. I used to love WWF, which is now WWE, and I wanted to be a wrestler so badly. I never really trained for it. I jumped off the sofa a couple of times, playing with friends, and it just, I've injured myself every time. And yeah, I'm glad I didn't go down that route. I probably would have hurt myself. I'm very clumsy. But yeah, I really wanted to be a professional wrestler.
Very good. Very interesting. I like the honesty. I know, it's amazing. My God, that's cool.
Still time, you never know.
Of course, my God, yes, absolutely. Chris, are you enjoying the show so far?
Yeah, very much.
Great. Another question for you. Okay. Let's do it. Oh yes, carry on.
Right.
Right. Next question for you is, which book had a big influence on you?
Oh. I knew this question come up. So I'm just going to be 100% honest. I'm not much of a reader. I am the sort of person, I know a lot of people out there that have aspects of ADHD and anxiety experience the same. I can read pages of something and it doesn't go in. I'm not a learner from actually reading, I'm a doer. I need to be immersed in it. I lived in France for a while and I struggled to learn French from books and audio things, tapes and stuff, but when I actually immersed myself with French people, I learned French better that way, by actually doing, trying, trial and error. So I've read a few books in my time, but none have ever stayed with me too much. They've always been kind of fiction books. I've read books to help with management training and stuff before that I found great. I'd love to lie and say this book changed my life and sound like one of those amazing people, but I'm not going to lie. I'll throw out, you know what is a great book that's really helped me in my life? I used to love the Where's Wally book collection, where you find Wally. And the reason I love that book and it changed my life is I'm really good at finding things when people lose it. So,
Why there's no right or wrong answer. It's just what's your honesty, what your point of view. There you go. Absolutely. Yeah.
Great decoration. I've got lots of books. Fantastic decoration.
That's funny. Right. Another question for you, Chris. Right, before the next question, as I told you before, I was checking some of your videos online, and you have a lot of with superheroes, like for X-Men. Which one is your favorite?
So I have a few, but I really have always had a special spot for Storm from the X-Men. She always stood out to me as such a powerful female character when I was a kid, and I think a lot of gay male kids, and I didn't know this when I was younger because I didn't even know I was gay at the time, but like I always was quite ashamed for liking the female heroes because I always felt like I should be like, Superman and all these things, but actually it was the female characters I always resonated with the most, and Storm was just and is an absolute legend. They destroyed her in the movies. Do not get me started. She is up there with how powerful, and she made me feel powerful as a kid. Not that I could control the weather, but I could shout school and survive a day. But I just think there's something so special about Storm. She's amazing.
I love the X-Men. I can watch like over and over all the movies. I just love them. I think the whole superpower thing. I feel fascinated. I'm sure they are doing something new now as well. They always carry on like with different stories, different characters. They're always on.
Yeah.
Right. Next question is, what do you like the most about your best friends?
My very best, closest friends. I love laughing, and they can make me laugh so much. Me and my friends are very, we keep each other in check and we joke about things on the regular. And I found it especially hard as a gay man to make gay male friends sometimes, because I used to kind of spend time in the wrong circles of people that I felt like I had to impress certain people. And it was almost like certain people had an air about them where you had to audition to be their friend. And because I used to have such insecurities, because I used to go out in leather trousers, I used to be like, please be my friend. But now the people that I'm close to in my life, they love me for who I am. Weirdness and all, they embrace me for that, and I embrace them for the same reason, and that's what I love about them. They're just such unique, amazing characters. They're lovely people, and I have all the time in the world for them. Just brilliant.
Most of them, they live in London as well?
No, so a few of them live there's some down south. One of them's actually moving to my hometown, which is amazing. And then I've got a few based in London. There's some in Woking. They're all kind of South England. But then I used to work on cruise ships, so a lot of the people I got really close with then.
Me too.
Did you really? What company?
Yes, I did for a Disney World, Disney Cruise Line 4 years ago.
That's right. I keep trying to not interview you because I wanted to interview about superpowers. I try not to take every interview, but
no, please.
What did you do?
We are here just to talk and discuss things. Yeah, I did 4 years ago for Disney Cruise Line. I did just one contract only, and oh my God, one of the best experiences I ever had in my life. Like, which company did you work for?
So weirdly, before ships, I worked for Disneyland, but then I worked for Royal Caribbean for 8 years.
I see. Oh wow! So you work for Disney as well?
Yeah, Disneyland before in Paris. And then I left there to go and do cruise ships.
So I just learned a lot being there. Like I just did one short contract, 3.5 months only, but it's for life. And I've still got friends like since then. It's an amazing experience. I always tell my friends, do at least once in your life because you learn a lot, isn't it? Like you work hard, you work so hard, as you know, like hours and hours and hours, but it's the best time in your life. Just like the memories just take forever. That's for sure.
That's amazing. Are you planning on going back?
No, I did 4 years ago, and I just did one contract only, and I was fine. It was okay. I said, no, that's fine. It's not for me. But as I said, it wasn't the best experience I ever had. Right. Another question for you.
Great. Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm not watching this, I just follow your moves. That's it. Next question for you is, what gives you butterflies?
Oh, having anxiety gives you butterflies continuously. I can get butterflies about moving from one room to the other. What gives me butterflies is trying new things, and I continuously try and do new things that scare and challenge me. I am at the moment working on a stand-up comedy show, so I've been doing some online comedy, and that terrifies me. Like, I'm literally sweating, gives me butterflies, but it's that old adage of like, if it doesn't scare you, then it's not worth doing. So yeah, that gives me butterflies, is the thought of doing comedy, but it actually being able to reach people, resonate with them, and making people laugh is like my favorite thing, because everyone has their skills and their strengths and weaknesses, and there's other areas where I'm maybe not as good at certain things, but if I can make people laugh and then they're just enjoying themselves, that is so special. So that gives me loads of butterflies.
And I'll tell you something now, you come across as a very funny person, you know, as you said, people, it's a natural thing for you, because as I said, when you watch your videos, you can see how natural it is. It comes like so naturally, and you express yourself in a such funny way. That's something natural. Of course you get like nervous and butterflies, but it does, when you go through that, it just come naturally. Another question for you. Let's do it.
There's a thing that I always say to people when anyone always says like, how do you flirt when you're out? What's your pickup lines and stuff? I'm like, I don't dance, I don't talk, I just stand there, and then I tend to do well. As soon as I start dancing or anything, it just goes wrong, terribly wrong.
Again, you're being modest. You know how to dance for sure.
Oh no, you've not been out with me.
Right, Chris. Next question for you is, what makes you the happiest?
Oh, my friends and family, but that's always a given with people. Friends and family make me the happiest. Achieving things makes me really happy. Having goals and thinking things are impossible, and then suddenly being able to achieve those goals is awesome. And I love seeing that in other people as well, when people set themselves things that they want to do. And I had this conversation with my friend today. It's quite weird because we were talking about dreaming big and having big goals, and how sometimes people in life, when you say, oh, I want to be a stand-up comedian, and their first reaction is, well, it's very difficult to do that. Not many people make it. 1 in 80 don't make it. So maybe, and I understand that some people are trying to be a realist about situations, but I've learned now in life, I don't want to be around that energy. I want to be around like, do you know what? If we're going to try something, let's give it a go. See what it's like. Take those little steps to build towards it. And so it makes me really happy when someone has said, you know, I want to try this, and then they do it. A person that I went to university with, a lady called Hannah, she was this incredible singer that I used to know from uni, and we haven't spoken in a while, but we're always very friendly. And she was just on this recent season of The Voice, and to see her succeed at that level just made me so happy, because I always knew her talent and stuff. And just to see her push herself that made me so happy. So doing that for myself, but also seeing that with other people succeeding at things that they just didn't think was possible, that makes me really happy.
Very good. And I believe as well, I believe sometimes, as you say about people, they go like, oh, this is difficult, it's hard, this and that. Come on, but you never know. You know, sometimes I think the most beautiful ideas and the most beautiful talent, it comes from unexpected places. I believe. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes things come out and go like, oh my God, you know. And again, sometimes people they have. I believe everyone in the world we have a talent. You know what I mean? Everyone have a unique talent and a unique way to see things or to approach things, and that's what makes us unique. But people, they need to kind of, you know, not be afraid to put it out. You know, don't be afraid, just put it out. And again, things gonna turn out the way it should be. And but if you be afraid and blocked, never gonna happen. So even if you feel scared to turn it out, go feeling scared. That's what I learned as well. If you feel like scared, like, oh my God, go feeling scary. Go, excuse my language, shit yourself, but do it. Go it, you know, do it. And don't be afraid, just do it. If it goes wrong, lesson. If it doesn't, maybe it's a beautiful thing out there. So yeah, I believe I totally agree with you. Totally.
100%.
Chris, 3 questions left for you.
Okay, I'm on it.
Let's do it.
It's all going wrong.
It doesn't go wrong at all. Next question is, usually, what is the first thing you think about when you wake up, usually? Oops.
No, well, my brain, I'm an overthinker and my brain works really quick. So within the first few minutes where most people would probably think, oh, what time is it? I might get a coffee. I'm like, right, what day is it today? It's Tuesday. I've got to do this client. I've got this to do. I've got this to do. I'm going to film this sketch today. How did this go? So yeah, my brain works really quickly. There's not one set thought when I wake up. It's normally a bunch of different ones. And then what I have to do and what I've learned with myself is I have to pluck the things that I need to do and then focus and take them bit by bit. Sorry, go on.
No, sorry, carry on, sorry.
I was going to say, and just not let my imagination run wild. Because I could wake up and then I suddenly like, oh, I've got an idea for a new sketch. And then I'm suddenly writing material and stuff, but I've got places to be, people that I need to see and stuff. So it's about fine tuning what I, not overexerting myself. So yeah, those are kind of my first thoughts. And then also, I know it's really bad, but one of my first thoughts is normally, where's my phone? Awful. I know it's bad. Awful.
Look, do you have like a morning ritual that you do like every single day?
When the gym is open, I'm an early gym boy. I've literally gone sometimes at like 4 a.m. because I like to get my personal workout in early, so I can smash it while I've got energy in the morning, and then the rest of the day is dedicated to my clients. And then when I finish with my clients, I'm free in the evening. A lot of people, it depends how it works for you fitness wise, but for me, training in the evening is when I'm mentally tired, when my body's been doing whatever it's been doing for the day. I don't have as much energy, where first thing in the morning, I'm good to go. So that was my normal ritual when my gym was open. I still kind of do the same thing now. I wake up early, jump in the shower. That's the first thing I always do, is jump in the shower. And then train early. So that's kind of my
routine.
Apart from that, I don't really have.
2 questions left.
Hit me.
Let's do it. And you are telling me that you cannot dance, yeah?
That was me shuffling a chair. The neighbors downstairs are going to be livid. Sorry.
Right. Just before the next question, you say about you've been working on a play right now, like doing some sketch, something like a comedy.
Yeah, I've got a few things in the pipeline. I have a one-man comedy show that I'm working on that is about my experience of the gay dating scene and the extremities of gay dating and gay romance. And then I'm also working on a different show as well, and it's about Disney villains and what made them evil and understanding them a bit more and their connection to each other. And it's kind of a dark comedy. So I'm kind of working on both of those at the same time.
Please let me know when things are ready and you're ready to go. I would like to come and see. Please let me know, please.
I will, 100%. It'll be on my Instagram. I'm going to post things. I might do my first couple of like stand-ups, only inviting a couple of people because I'll be really nervous. But then if it goes well, then yeah.
Amazing. Next question.
Okay.
Who is your biggest hero?
Oh, I know it sounds really cool to say, but it is my mother. It truly is my mother. She's just an incredible woman. She had a lot to like deal with her own life, and she's overcome so much. And then she always is there for me for any moment of my journey. She's my biggest cheerleader. She's also the coolest woman. She plays video games and stuff like that. So she's like a mum, but a best mate. She's awesome. And like my best friends get on with my mum. They've met and then she's like part of the family, like of friends. And yeah, she's just brilliant. I can count on her for anything, and that makes her my hero, truly.
Very good. I'm sure she's gonna love to watch this interview and see this beat. For sure, she's gonna be happy to.
Actually, sit over there with a bat. Like, no,
Imagine. Right, Chris, ready for the last question?
Yes, last dance break. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Right. Let's get the last question. What is your all-time favorite band?
My all-time favorite band? No, I'm not gonna say this. With music, I have the most eclectic taste in music, where I'll be listening to my playlist on shuffle of all the songs on my iPod, and you can get Disney songs, and then you'll get Linkin Park, and then you'll get grunge, rock, pop, a bit of everything. So I have no overall favorites of stuff because there's just so many people that I love. But I will say, one of the only bands I've actually gone to go and see that I was like always wanted to go and see was the Spice Girls, just because of how iconic they are, and what they represented at the time. Again, there's nothing more powerful for a young gay man growing up than females. There's nothing more powerful, do you know what I mean? So just how iconic they were. Yeah, I would have to say the Spice Girls.
When you were watching her, like her on TV or a concert, which one you more kind of felt connect with? You said, okay, I'm this one.
So it's changed over time. When I was younger, it was always Ginger Spice. Always Ginger Spice. She just really stood out as the one that was, you know, a bit talkative like me, and you know, she just always resonated. I always really enjoyed her. Now I connect more with Mel C, because she's just really cool. She's really calm, and she's just there's something about her that I'm always really drawn to. But yeah, I think they're all fantastic in their own way. But those were my ones, definitely.
Very good, very good. Okay, it's not the end yet. Okay, let's play now the quick thinking game. So I'm going to give away some words, and you just tell me one word related to this one, okay?
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
Let's start with religion.
Losing My is all I think. The REM song, Losing My.
Okay. I love this song, actually. I love this
song. It's such a good song.
How about love?
Yeah, it's great for some people. Love is great.
Money?
Money's great. Money, yeah, great. If you've got it, great. I'm not.
Okay. Family?
Love, which I just laughed at, but it's a different type of love.
Life?
Amazing.
Sex?
Yes, please. Just anyone. No, lockdown. Lockdown. I'm going to say lockdown. Sex, lockdown.
Politics?
No, thank you. Politics is politics. One word. I don't know. I just don't think it should be. I don't think everyone should act as if they're a politician on social media. Let's just say that.
What about fear?
Embrace.
Friendship?
Friendship, everything.
Regrets.
Growth. 'Cause you grow.
Desire.
Food.
Great. I love food as well. I love food. Success.
Coming. It's coming.
Wish. Good. Wish.
Success.
Happiness.
Abundant.
Ooh. And if I would say the last one now, Southampton. One word. Oh, sweet, sweet.
Sorry
Right.
if the rest of my family are watching. It's not favoritism, but it's my mum.
Right, let's pretend now I'm going to meet your lovely mom for
Okay.
a cup of tea, and I'm going to ask your mom, tell me the most beautiful thing about Chris, and tell me something that he needs to improve on. What do you think your mom would tell me?
My mum would say that she adores who I am and my energy, and my loyalty, and she sees me as, you know, this incredible person. What she would tell me to work on is believing in myself, stop catastrophic thinking, where I suddenly think, you know, something's happened and I think that's going to affect me on a grander scale. So she'd tell me to stay focused on my goals and keep doing what I'm doing. And she'd say, stop wearing leather trousers.
And yeah, but I think your mom would be right. I think sometimes you just need to, you know, put on the side, okay, you know, things gonna come to you, whatever is for you is gonna come anyway. So what's the point to be like analyzing, overthinking, you know? Forget about the past, let the future comes, and just live the moment, the present. I think that's what's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree. I love that. That's awesome.
Cool. Right, let's play now. Chris in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Right, you can ask me a question now, Chris.
Okay, so you're obviously a very positive person. When you have moments where you struggle, or if you do struggle to have a positive day, or you're getting down on yourself, what are the things that you find pull you back to a positive place?
Very good question. I love this question, actually. It's very interesting. As you said, I try to be, you know, I think all of us, when we try to be positive about things, when we face things in a positive way, even though if you go through tough times or sad times, but if you face it in a positive way, I think the pain is a bit less, I believe, yeah? But answer to your question, again, I love exercise. I love moving myself, yeah? I love being, for example, this morning, I woke up this morning and I went for a run, and it's just like when I came back, I didn't sleep too much last night, actually. I had too much sleep, and when I woke up this morning, I went for a run, and when I came back home, I felt like I slept 8 hours, like, no, it's because I felt so much energy, like full of good energy. So the things that I find when I'm feeling myself like feeling down, or for some reason or another reason, I try to go for a walk, or even though just be in touch with the nature, or sometimes as well, I don't know if you saw my website and my Instagram, but I've got so many people send me like very nice positive message regarding the show, the experience they have in the show. And sometimes literally if I go to my website and if I see 1 or 2 or 3 feedback testimonial regarding the show, believe me, Chris, I forget about everything. I forget about this, you know, the mood where I was, and I just start naturally smiling, because it's, and I think that if you literally go, and it's such a genuine thing, like there's those feedbacks, those people, they don't even know me well, and when they send me this short testimonial feedback just regarding the show, regarding the experience they had with me, like during this interaction we had right now, that makes my day. And when I go, my best friend, he asked me the other day, like, like when you feel down, like there's something that you just said, yes, I just go to my website and I go there, check those links, and actually I made fun of it, but actually it's true. I find myself the other day, I was feeling down for some reason, and I need to do something on the website, I need to check something on the website, and I went there and I clicked on one of the videos, and I was like, oh my God, it made me smile, and I forgot about what I was feeling. So yes, I think right now at the moment, because I've been working a lot on this channel, you know, like this, I just love it. I could do that for 24 hours. So I've been working a lot, and sometimes just this, what I'm doing right now actually is just connect with people. I forget about my world outside, you know, and I just so connect, and I just enjoy so much like what I'm doing right now. And I think that's it's a therapy for me. It's a therapy. I just could do that for 24 hours non-stop, because it's such a nice feeling to connect with people like you, interesting people, full of energy, positivity, fun, you know. It's just give me, actually you are my last one of the day today. You are my last one, and I feel like you are my first, because you give me so much good energy, so much like positivity. So I think that's is what makes it interesting. So yeah, back to your question again. It's just about, I just try to do things that I'm grateful for, think positive things around me, because I think we have so much positivity around that sometimes we forget. Sometimes because, and I understand it's okay to feel sad or feel down. It's okay. It's part of the journey as well. But sometimes it's good for you, like a reminder for you to just write down and see how much positive things you have around you. And we have so much, and sometimes we forget how much we have. My God, just the fact of doing this, or you know, just being ourselves is already a plus, a positive for some people. Sometimes they don't have even the opportunity to be themselves for some reason, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I think just the fact that we are ourselves, we can express ourselves, we can be ourselves, it's already a plus. Or actually see the dogs outside. I love going for a run and see those dogs playing around. For me, it's like a therapy as well. I'm like, my God, they're full of joy, full of energy. And I see those dogs, I tell my friends, I go like, do you feel inside today? Go to the park, have a look in those dogs like playing around, and you're gonna change your mood. And it's true. I know it's silly, it sounds silly, but it's true. It's just true. That's my answer to you.
I love it. No, I love it. Keep doing what you're doing. It's great. You're fantastic. I love it.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much for taking the time. And I know you've been busy as well. Thanks so much for taking this time to share the experience with me. But just before you go, I would like you to share a positive quote, a positive message, something that inspires you in life.
Yeah, I would say for anyone watching, if you lean into whatever it is that makes you unique, anything that you think makes you feel weird or makes you stand out is probably what's incredibly special about you. So lean into it and do it. And if there's something that you wanted to do that you've been holding off, just go for it. And even if you need to get in touch with me to motivate you, do it. Because like, just try. Give it a try, because you just never know what might happen.
That's true. That's true. Beautiful things, they are out of your comfort zone. Beautiful things, they are out there. You just need to explore and be brave and go around and be approachable. Totally agree with you. Did you have a good time?
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed myself.
All the best. Enjoy your evening, and you keep in touch. Okay?
You too. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Thanks for the interview. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.